This presentation of Lansing Common FC is brought to you by Moneyball Sportswear, Beyond Horizons Tours and Travels, Metronet, Die Hard Custom, Lansing Board of Water and Light, Greater Lansing Open Soccer, Ozone's Brewhouse, Strange Matter Coffee, and J. Biggs. Welcome one, welcome all into a hot and humid Eastern Stadium on the east side of Michigan's capital city. Good to be with you this evening. Luke Sloan joined alongside my partner Luca Maloney for the first game of the NISA Independent Cup, the Great Lakes region. It's Lansing Common FC and it's Metro Louisville FC from UPSL. Luca, hot, steamy day. There's more lineup movement for Lansing Common, but it's going to be exciting. First game of the NISA Independent Cup for Lansing Common FC.
Yeah, before you go off into the lineup, 92 degrees here in mid-Michigan. It's a very hot afternoon. Game was pushed back to 8:45 p.m. And Luke Sloan, I think we're in for a big one tonight.
The main highlight of the Lansing Common lineup before we show that to you is that Ty Uziak is back from personal reasons, and exiting the lineup is Gershom Sylvan, who had a hat trick of assists and a goal on Saturday against Cedars FC. Good to get Uziak back, but Sylvan will miss a game this afternoon. He'll be joined by Jack Voigt and Ramsey Shaheen anchoring that front line for Lansing Common. What do you see, Luca, as the main points of Sylvan exiting and Uziak entering the lineup?
Again, you're trading speed for speed, and like you said, Sylvain, obviously you're missing that goal-scoring factor, but in Ty Uziak, you're getting a player that is experienced, that goes up against some of the best players in the Division I college level with Western Michigan Broncos. And you're also seeing a little bit of a lineup shift here with Kai Francisco coming into the place of Munir Shirali. Munir Shirali up till now has started all games, played around past the 80-minute mark, has been subbed out at least twice, and he's one of the captains of this team. So I am looking forward to see if his role coming off the bench will impact the team.
Starting lineup for Lansing Common is on the screen, led by Ethan Brandt in goal. Good to see Ty Uziak back in the lineup. Like you mentioned, Kai Francisco will enter. And another one too, Luca, Julian Burge is in the starting lineup this evening. A hot and steamy evening in Lansing. He was not in the starting lineup on Saturday. He was subbed in during the 23rd minute against Cedars and really had a big-time impact. Lansing Common had 4 goals and didn't allow 1 when he was on the field on Saturday. He's back in the starting lineup. Zane Arnold, Mark Wishmeyer, Kevin Payne, and Julian Burge all together. How do you like him fitting back in that starting lineup where he wasn't on Saturday?
I like it a lot. Apart from Julian Burge bringing technical excellence to the midfield, he brings experience, he brings a voice, and he brings his leadership skills. And that's important in a team full of young talent. You got to have a guy that's going to keep you grounded, and Julian Burge is that guy.
Ramsey Shaheen and Jack Voigt both in the lineup. No Gershom Sylvan, like we mentioned, but Ramsey Shaheen, 4 goals on the season, and Jack Voigt has 5 goals on the season. His 5 goals, Luke, are actually already the 3rd most in club history, behind Julian Burge with 7 goals and Shadi Omar with 9 goals. And he's only played 4 career games as a Robin. Hat trick on Saturday. He's been really impressive for this club.
Yeah, be on the lookout for Jack Voigt. He's going to start in the number 9 position tonight. And going down through the middle, we've seen him in the first game against Tulip City and Western Michigan. He knows where to go in those games. He can find space as a forward and is able to connect very well with all the players in the attacking role.
The back line anchored by Ethan Brandt in goal. He's been fantastic this season, had a club record, tied his own club record with 7 saves on Saturday. He has 28 saves this season, and he's gunning for a club record. He just needs 7 more saves to best Zach Kelly's 34 saves for club history. So there could be some more history for Ethan Brandt as well. But we're just moments away from kickoff. Hot and steamy evening. The Branch supporters group out in full. This game was supposed to initially kick off at 7:30, but there was a bit of a delay. But that let the temperature cool off, Luca, which is something that you and I quite appreciate.
Yeah, and the players, too, won't disagree with that. And a little bit more wind kicking in as the sun sets down over the capital city, and the floodlights are beaming down this evening.
The home team, Lansing Common, in their traditional red kits with brown shorts, red socks, and the lettering is brown on the back. The visitors, Metro Louisville, all white shorts, white kits with blue numbers. This is a Metro Louisville team that's played a lot this season, Luca. They're a veteran group. They have some really standout goal scorers, even though one of them is absent today. But this is a veteran group that knows how to play together, that has some talent at one of the college soccer's top programs in Louisville, and it's going to be a tough task for this Lansing Common club this evening.
Yeah, when speaking to head coach Josh Oakley of Lansing Common earlier today, he knows what he's up against in a Metro Louisville team. A team that has, like you said, good players from the college level in the southern area of the country, spread out apart. And today, I think he said number 11, David Ibrahim Kadic, is the player to look out for in the Metro side.
The manager for Metro Louisville is Eric Flores, of course, for Lansing Common. Head coach in his second season, Josh Oakley, gets a handshake from the fourth official, and we're just about ready to get underway here at Eastern Stadium. Crowd still filing in on a Tuesday evening. Sun setting behind us to the west. Really beautiful scene for a game this evening.
Absolutely, and we'll wait here as the referee puts the whistle in his mouth.
Lansing Common going back to a familiar 4-2-3-1 to start this game, but we expect lots of substitutions, and we are underway. Metro Louisville has the ball. That's Jean Claude with it. That's Urban Trejo with it, looking to find a teammate. He finds Uramonovich, but it's quickly snared by Ethan Brandt. Brandt has been just fantastic so far this season. Back-to-back games with 7 saves, 28 saves this season as he finds Ramsey Shaheen.
I think he'll be very proud if he comes out with a clean sheet in this one.
Kevin Payne with it. Boots it high in the air. Snagged there by Torres. On the right side, that's Tavano with it. He gives it up now ahead. Play offsides, though. That was a quick early opportunity for the forward Abdomar Kamara. He was offsides. We expect a flurry of substitutions tonight, Luca. 7 allowed, only 3 at a time in NISA Independent Cup play as Brandt boots it away.
A little interesting, the rules there.
Only 3 substitutions at a time, but there is the familiar 7 that are allowed.
And halftime doesn't count as an interval, I believe.
Yes, that's correct. And the point scoring in the NISA Independent Cup is also interesting.
I believe it's 6 for a win, 1 point for a clean sheet, and 1 point per goal.
Kevin Payne.
3 max.
Kevin Payne is able to chase that one down, fighting off Uramonovich for it. Now it's Burge. Turn it over, Uramonovich. Lost it for a moment. Taken on there by Claude. The right side, working against Shaheen. Kicking it in, but it's taken on there. There's a fight for it there.
Kai Francisco through the legs.
Beautiful job there by Kai, but he turns it over. Back the other way. Gabriel De Freitas with it. Works against multiple defenders, but it's taken away by Burge. Nice defensive play from him. Up ahead to Ty Uziak, back into that lineup. Takes a bump, and there'll be a whistle.
And here again with Ty Uziak on the right side, someone we didn't get to see last Saturday. But again, he brings strength, poise, and pace to the right flank.
Coach Josh Oakley, Luca, before the game was pointing out Metro Louisville's players on the left side, which really puts Zane Arnold into play in this game, as Ramsey Shaheen looks to chase that one down.
And again, Zane Arnold was a busy man on Saturday, going up against Cedars FC in that 4-2 victory for Lansing Common.
Tavano has it, working against Arnold. Gives it up to a cutting player and thrown in on Ethan Brandt, who quickly snares it. 3 minutes into this one, Luke Sloan, Luca Maloney here at Lansing Eastern Stadium on a beautiful, hot Tuesday summer evening in Michigan's capital city. That one's booted way in by Brandt, taken on by Alex Moody. Urban Trejo to Diallo. Almost taken away there, but they'll play it back again. Claude. And that will go out of bounds for a throw-in, Lansing Common. They'll play it back to Brandt. Pressure being applied by Louisville. Long ball ahead. Voigt tries to chase it down, but it's booted away again. Another throw in for Lansing.
You know, and you talk about all the players that have been switched in and out of the team. Mark Wishmeyer, still somebody who hasn't been replaced in this team. Just very solid player in the midfield.
Very consistent presence in that starting lineup. Torres gives it up. Trejo once again. It's taken away and will roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Metro Louisville FC, the veteran experienced club. That's Irakoze with it, but it's given up. Nice touch pass, Ramsey Shaheen back to Voigt, but it's taken away once again. That's Diallo, Irakoze. Voigt has a chance, but it's played by Moody out.
I believe that was Uziak on the run, closing down on the keeper there. Very close instance.
Francisco applying pressure on the midfield of Metro Louisville. That's Gabriel De Freitas. Claude.
And even though it's a Tuesday night, still a very nice attendance here on the homestand.
Trejo, nice pass ahead, but it's taken away by Ty Uziak. That'll go off Metro Louisville for a throw-in. Ty Uziak gets instructions from his head coach, Josh Oakley, and throws it to Metro Louisville. That's Haji Abu Kudar who has it. De Freitas. To Trejo. Taken away there by Zane Arnold. Now to Wishmeyer. Long pass ahead looking for Ramsey Shaheen. That sails over his head. Irakoze will chase it down for Metro Louisville.
But again, that's Mark Wishmeyer starting the attack early, finding Shaheen on the run. Just well defended there.
Claude has it, working against Voigt. Working it over to the right side. Gerardo Torres. Tavano. Back up to Irmanovic. Gets played by Kevin Payne. Can't get past him. There's a whistle. Confusion on the pitch.
Free kick in a dangerous area for Metro Louisville.
This will be Ivan Trejo, who will take it for Metro Louisville. Played right back to Trejo. He's going to have a chance. Crosses it in front of the net. Headed away by Lansing Common, and there's Ty Uziak to clear it away.
Smart play, playing in short, and then the lofted cross into the middle. Just very well defended by Zane Arnold.
Moody. Jack Voigt. Giving a look at both of these players. Abakadir. Now back on the right side. They quickly play it ahead to Trejo. Back to Trejo. Now here's Irmanovic. Trying to cross it, but it rolls up on his foot. Goal kick here for Ethan Brandt. Almost 8 minutes into this one. Like you said, Luca, great crowd here for a Tuesday evening game. Fans still filing in. The branch is out in full force, of course, like they usually are.
You know, as temperatures start to cool down, wind picks up. It's not a bad night to be out and about in town.
Not at all. Not at all. Beautiful. It should cool off very nicely as this match progresses. Here's Uziak. Taken away there by Metro Louisville. Back to Gabriel De Freitas. Being played by Berge. Back to Trejo.
Again, you can tell the tempo that this Metro Louisville team is playing at. Very fast. And Ty Uziak down.
Takes a spill. Shaken up on the turf. Whistle. And Lansing Common will take over.
Not a player you want to see down like that early in this game.
Nice round of applause for Ty as he gets up with the help of his captain, Julian Burge. Sun is setting from our west, really presenting a very, very nice setting to play in. This is going to be a game under the lights, which this team is excited about. Josh Oakley, talking with him before the game, was excited about that opportunity. First time this year. Pass ahead, looking for Shaheen, can't find him. And that'll be off. Trejo, this patient Metro Louisville attack, quickly plays it ahead. And then they find Juranovic. Back to Tavano. There's Trejo. De Freitas. They continue to work that right side. He dribbles around Francisco. Back to Tavano. Juranovic. Back to Tavano.
Again, they're overloading the left side here.
There's a nice play by Kevin Payne to boot that one away from the goal. Ethan Brandt, though, is shaken up. It'll be the first corner of the game, and it'll be taken by Tavano of Metro Louisville. He quickly gets it in, but there's a whistle as Ethan Brandt is still down.
It looks like
injured.
he collided with number 9, Abubakar Kamara, in that last play.
Ethan has been dealing with an ailing back injury of late. He says it's feeling better, though. Tavano will take the corner. Into De Freitas. Back to Tavano. Tavano crosses it in the middle, but it's out of bounds once again.
That's a dangerous play from Louisville. Working it short on the left corner.
Really nice play there.
It found that space behind Kai Francisco, and a drilled cross in the middle is scary sight for anybody.
Tavano will take this again. Joined alongside his teammate Gerardo Torres. He'll kick this left-footed. Here's Trejo, too high off the football crossbar. Out of play, and it'll be a goal kick, Ethan Brandt.
Not a bad idea, though, from Urban Trejo. Left-footed shot, tries to get that far corner. His accuracy just off.
Still no score, 11th minute here at Eastern Stadium. Lansing Common coming off a highly entertaining win on Saturday against Cedars FC, their 3rd straight win in the Midwest Premier League. 9 points in that stretch. They're now 2nd in the standings with a game in hand on first place Inter Detroit.
Yeah.
And that was just from end to end an exciting match.
Very exciting match, and you'd think 20 minutes in they've given up, but in comes Julian Burge, and it was a different team after that.
Trejo working the middle. That'll be taken there by Hungerford. Ramsey Shaheen working against multiple defenders.
Shaheen taken down.
There's a whistle, and he's taken down.
Now, you know what's funny also, Luke, is that the next home game here for Lansing Common, Cameron McLaren will be back.
Yes,
in the booth.
How about that? We send our best wishes to our good friend and coworker and a broadcast partner, Cam McLaren, enjoying Italy these past couple weeks. We can't wait to see him back here soon. Actually, 1 week from now, Luca, he will be back in the States.
Back stateside, and July 1st against Tulip City United Soccer Club in the Open Cup.
Julian Burge in the area. Batted around. Francisco had a shot at it, but it'll go out of bounds. Not off the goalkeeper, so it will not be a corner kick, but a nice chance there for Kai Francisco into the starting lineup.
Just a bobble there with his right foot, and nearly finds that far left post of the Metro Louisville keeper, Alex Moody.
Here's Diallo Irakosi with the ball. Now to Gabriel De Freitas. Back to Diallo Irakosi. He'll take it ahead. Find Trejo. Working on Francisco. Middle of the pitch. Long ball in. That's Habir Kadir, but it's snared there by Ethan Brandt in his box, and he'll slow the pace down. That's beyond Ty Uziak. Taken there by Torres. Sized up by Uziak. Trejo crosses it in the middle. Here's Kamara. Nice positioning, though, there. Taken away. Hungerford. Excuse me, that's Wishmeyer. Trying to find Voigt in the middle, but he goes down. Once again, another whistle. Haji Abakayir was in the area. Lansing Common will take on.
And the referee setting the tone early in this match with 14 minutes in.
A lot of whistles, Luca.
A lot of whistles, but you know that's the way they're playing the game.
Burge has it taken away there. That's Tavano. Gives it up to Trejo.
So this is not the position you want to get dispossessed.
That's Irakanovic with the ball. Crosses it in the middle. Too far. Finds McManus. McManus gives it up to Jean-Claude. Francisco. Back to Claude. McManus. Finds Claude on the give and go. Crosses it in the middle. Tried to find Kamara, but it's booted away there. Diallo Irakoze has it. He'll play it back to Gabriel De Freitas. Abakadir. Trejo. Tavano. Irakoze. Back to Irakoze. Trejo being worked on by Francisco. Works it in the middle of the pitch. Taken on there by Brandt on one hop. 15th minute now. Still no score.
There, Gabriel De Freitas had the right side open with Diallo Irakoze. Didn't see that. Tried to go through the middle and to the hands of Ethan Brandt.
Brandt finds Wishmeyer. Shaheen. Now to Voigt. Voigt tries to put a move on De Freitas. And then he goes down.
That Voigt did well to stay on his feet there after the first challenge. Second challenge, he clips him right there in the lower leg and evidently foul.
Free kick here, Lansing Common, as it's just past 9 o'clock Eastern time here in Michigan's capital city. Voigt working through some injuries, so you don't want to see him take too many spills to the turf. We don't expect to see him for a full game of action. Ball in, looking for Burge. Kevin Payne tries to get it down, but it's taken on here. De Freitas tries to find Kamano. It's Claude instead. Claude plays it to his teammate. Here's Irakoze. Back to Claude. Kamara puts his foot in the ground, passes it into McManus, but it's taken on there.
That's a wonderful interception by Landon Hungerford. Gets in the way.
Uziak puts the moves on.
See, and this is what and this is what you're getting with Ty Uziak back into the starting 11. He's going to have to deal with the faster, more aggressive players on that right flank, and he's not going to be easy to take down.
Here's Wishmeyer, gives it up. Back to Wishmeyer. Looking ahead for Ramsey Shaheen. Ball just a little in front of him, but he catches up to it. Shaheen. Voigt. Voigt. Back to Shaheen. There's a chance there. Still played there by Metro Louisville. Surprised the keeper, Moody, just didn't pounce on that one. Irakoze. To Trejo. Tavano, middle of the pitch. Finds Trejo. Check that. That will be Gerardo Torres. Now to Tavano. Working on Zane Arnold. He'll be a big factor in this game on that left side. Trejo. Looking for Tavano. Kamara. Broken up there. Tavano crosses it in. And that's going to be the first goal of this one. A beautiful play there. Fabrizio Tavano with the opening goal. And it's 1-0 Metro Louisville FC.
Again, Fabrizio Tavano finds the ball bouncing on that far right side of the box, takes one touch inside and strikes it to the near post, and Ethan Brandt is beaten there, and it's now Louisville up 1-0.
18th minute goal, Fabrizio Tavano. Lansing Common once again finds themselves down 1-0, very similar to Saturday against Cedars FC. They actually had a 2-goal deficit early in that one. So no strangers to playing behind are the Robins, as Kevin Payne will have it. Wishmeyer, back to Payne.
Yeah, again, it was a defensive miscommunication. One man was down, and Landon Hungerford didn't get there in time to stop Fabrizio Tavano from striking it into the near post.
Tavano with a goal. The 18-minute mark, it's 1-0 Metro Louisville FC. Gerardo Torres. Back to the goal scorer, Tavano. Now Trejo. Tries to find Torres on the left side. Working on Ty Uziak. Back to Tavano. Tavano feeds it inside. But it'll be taken there by Kevin Payne.
And well done by Kevin
off
Payne.
Of Metro Louisville FC, and it'll be a goal kick.
Well done by Kevin Payne, not getting a touch on that. Lets it roll out for an Ethan Brandt goal kick for the Robins.
Lansing Common hasn't necessarily found its rhythm so far in this one, Luca. Similar to Cedars, they haven't really gelled in this particular match just yet, but this is a very resilient group. That 4-2 come from behind victory over Cedars.
Oh, like you
It's
said,
their third straight win.
Yeah, they're no strangers to having to work for that victory. And with about 25 minutes left in the half,
De Freitas takes it on, but it's taken away there by Uziak. Uziak tries to find Shaheen. Taken on there. Irakosi.
Uziak just being a little too clever there with the outside of the boot pass that didn't work over to Ramsey Shaheen.
McManus plays a long ball ahead. Kamara finding positioning. Kamara tries a tough angle shot over the hands of Ethan Brandt, and it's taken on there by Lansing. That's Landon Hungerford who ripped that pass off. Burge now Uziak. Trying to find Voigt. Knocked down there. Trejo. Jurkanovic. Back to Trejo. Good ball movement here. Gerardo Torres. Now to Trejo. Irakosi. Working against Ramsey Shaheen. Finds Tavano. Tavano will work in. He's got his teammate Trejo. He gives it to him. Trejo. Torres. Tavano, the goal scorer. They work in the box. He makes a move on Burge. Back to Trejo. Doesn't take the shot. Working against Uziak. Trejo will chase it down there.
Clever feed by Trejo.
Torres to Tavano. Back to Trejo. Taken on there by Uziak. Off of him. Roll out of bounds for a free kick for Metro Louisville.
Again, Louisville working that left flank with quick touches and quick movements on the wing. No ball in towards the middle, though, yet.
Gerardo Torres will take this one. Back to Torres. Trejo. Jurkanovic crosses it in, looking to find Kamara, but that's offsides. You could hear Josh Oakley, Luca, yell that one out even before the whistle was blown. He knew it was off. Brandt will take this one.
And again, a handful of substitutions that Lansing Common could make later in the match, including Joshua Rosendale, Munir Shirali, Mitch Haynes, guys who we've seen come off the bench before and have an immediate impact.
As well.
Davidson, I believe, is not in the team today. The young Matthew Davidson.
Rosendale specifically is going to be leaned upon heavily in this one, as that'll go out of bounds. Hungerford.
Avery Drewski is on. Travis Hammers also on the bench for Lansing Common.
Here's Hungerford. Tries to find Uziak. There'll be another throw in here for Lansing Common and a shove there. Chippy early in this one. That's David Iramonovich and Ty Uziak. Both of them going after it. Trejo
and
trying to plead the case for
a yellow card apiece there for the
get that
pushing and
out.
shoving.
Get that
yellow card
out.
for 11, and most likely yellow card right here to Ty Uziak.
Whatever was
being said.
Whatever was being said really upset Ty. Trejo needs to be careful there. He could get a yellow as well.
Here we are, 5 players of Metro Louisville barking at the center referee, and Ty
not
Uziak.
happy at Uziak. Didn't really see anything blatant that Uziak committed. Yellow card for him. Yellow card for David Iramonovich. Hungerford will
Could
take
be that
this
classic on-field banter between the rivals.
This is the Great Lakes region of the NISA Independent Cup as Hungerford plays it in. Uziak back to Hungerford. Hungerford will cross it in. Tries to find Shaheen. Shaheen can't handle it. Gets it back. Hand in his back. Turns around. No whistle. Surprising call there as Ibrahimovic will take it.
Ramsey Shaheen twisting and turning, trying to find a small window for a shot. Didn't happen, was complaining about the contact, didn't get it either.
Hungerford.
And now Lansing Common on the counterattack.
Here comes Hungerford. Tries to play it ahead to Shaheen. Little too far, and that'll be taken there by Moody.
That's a brilliant
Good ball,
though.
there by Hungerford.
Like you said, great ball into space, into the run of Ramsey Shaheen.
Moody boots this one in the area of Kamara. Uramonovich. Back to Torres. Tavano. The sun has set here in Michigan's capital city. Back behind us to the west. That one's taken on there by Shaheen. Turns upfield, working against
And
Irakosi.
And here on the sideline, Munir Shirali has been given the nod to warm up.
Yep. You and I figured that might be an early substitution as there's a whistle. Very similar to how Julian Burge was a very early substitution for
And now it looks like we're going to get a
Common.
hydration break here at the 25th minute.
What do you make of
The first 25. Again,
what do you make of the first 25 minutes here? 1-0. Metro Louisville FC in the lead.
It was a lapse of concentration on Lansing's part in the goal at the 20th minute, 18th, 20th minute to put Louisville ahead. Again, the ball was bouncing around. Fabrizio Trevano gets a touch on it with his left foot, and with the same foot finds the near post. A very good clinical finish, but Lansing Common still have to work to get back into this game.
At this point in the match, Luca, on Saturday against Cedars FC, Lansing Common was down 2-0, only down a goal here. Julian Burge was substituted into the game at the 23rd minute. It appears that Mooney Shirali will do the same here for Lansing Common in a few moments as he continues to get loose on their sideline. Some chippiness already shown in this one between David Iramonovich and Ty Uziak.
Yeah, the pushing and shoving that was going on there just before the hydration break.
Also shown to Lansing Common number 7 and Ty Uziak.
You know, and now both players with a yellow card on their heads have to go in to the following half and the rest of this half, you know, with a little bit of precaution.
The head coach, Eric Flores, is pleading his case with the officials on the sideline during the hydration break about that interaction between Irakimovic and Ty Uziak. 90 degrees at kickoff today. Hot, steamy, humid day for players, supporters, fans, broadcasters, everybody in attendance here at Eastern Stadium. But that temperature will continue to dip by the hour as nightfall is upon us here in Michigan's capital city. No substitutions as of yet for either one of these sides. Like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, just like in Midwest Premier League play, 7 substitutions for each club are permitted, but only 3 at a time. And the scoring system for points is also a very interesting storyline here, Luca, in the Great Lakes region of the NISA Independent Cup. 6 points for a victory, a point for a clean sheet, a point for a goal.
Up to 3.
A lot of math going on here, Luca.
A lot of math, but in total, Lansing Common could, whichever team comes out with a victory and a clean sheet, and more than 3 goals scored, would come out with a possible 10 points.
Crazy to think about that
I
scoring.
believe that is the maximum.
Lansing Common has a match on July 15th at Milwaukee Torrent. As taken there by Shaheen. Voigt snared there. Beautiful play by Moody as Jack Voigt had an opportunity. Here's Irakosi.
Again, well done by Ramsey Shaheen, taking a touch inside, finding Jack Voigt on the run. Just a little overhit and great positioning by goalkeeper Alex Moody for Metro Louisville to step up and snatch it with his hands.
Irakonovic finds Torres. And it's batted out of bounds by Landon Hungerford. It'll be a corner, the second of the game for Metro Louisville. And once again, the goal scorer, Fabrizio Tavano, will take this one for Metro. Left-footed. Kevin Payne, back post for Lansing Common, as that one is taken on there by Brandt right away.
Big left hand by Brandt.
Claude launches it well over the net, and that'll be a goal kick, Lansing Common.
Ambitious effort, but an effort nonetheless.
Luca, this is a Metro Louisville team that has played clubs from all over the Midwest recently this season. An experienced club, played a lot so far this summer.
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of their past games in the Premier Arena Soccer League earlier this year. In Game 1 against the Houston Bolt, got a 5-0 win.
Uziak.
Diallo Irakosi, the right back in today's match, scored a brace. And they ended up winning that. They ended up winning that tournament in the final against Wichita Selection.
And they had other games, too, against a couple other clubs from the Midwest.
Yes, Kansas City Barrieros and the Indiana Lions. Came out with a 5-1 and a 3-0 win, respectively. And in the final against Wichita Selection, a 6-5 thriller. They come out winning the tournament.
Unbelievable. Probably just as entertaining a match as this past Saturday, right here at Eastern Stadium, that 4-2 thriller. They try to find Kamara, but that'll be chased down by Brandt. Speaking of Indiana, want to send our best wishes and congratulations to our good friend Ian Gilmore, who announced today that he is taking a position with Indy 11 of the USL Championship.
Yeah, congratulations to Ian Gilmore, a longtime friend and broadcasting partner at Michigan State with us, Luke.
Uziak with a nice attempt there, distracting us from congratulating Ian, but this will be a corner kick for Lansing, taken by Uziak. We wish you all the best, Ian, in your future endeavors. Kai Francisco now will take this and boot it away with his right foot. Ian Gilmore.
Kai Francisco coming out of East Lansing High School and
Yes.
Hope College. Played 21 games at Hope and got 1 assist this season as the freshman.
Francisco booted away immediately. Taken on there by Kamara. Keeps it in bounds. De Freitas. That's McManus, actually, taken on by Kevin Payne.
And well done by Julian Burge in that earlier instance to win the ball back. Kevin Payne just going to keep it in play.
Here's Shaheen. Shaheen working on Trejo, trying to find a way around him. Does. Shaheen shot, deflected away. He tried to get it back. Burge. That one's taken away there by Irakosi. Tavano. Almost taken away there again. Here's Claude. Gives it back to Tavano. Tavano gives it up to Trejo. Back to Tavano. Now here is Jean Claude. Torres. Working that left side. Ibrakibovic. Boxed out there nicely. Great play there by Ty Uziak.
Yeah, here Ty Uziak and
playing with
and
that
David
yellow
Ibra-
card.
The both of them had to be a little careful there on what their next move was. As Luke, you're here swatting away the
bee,
bug,
actually.
the bee in
Yeah.
your window.
Broadcasting and making sure that we don't get stung by a bee. Torres. Being followed closely by Jack Voigt. Crosses it in the middle. Deflected out. Tavano takes it. He's the goal scorer today. 32nd minute. Still 1-0 Metro Louisville. Ibrahimovic. Torres. Ibrahimovic. Saved by Ethan Brandt. Sprawling to his left. What a play there, Luca.
Again, well done there from Metro Louisville, working the ball at the top of the box. Finds the left flank open with Gerardo Torres. Swings it in first time, and the shot there from, I believe, Trejo. Tries to loft it into the far corner of Ethan Brandt's goal. Ethan Brandt comfortably brings it back down.
Ibrahimovic. Claude. McManus.
Again, this is a very comfortable team working working the ball in between the 25-yard line all the way to the edge of the box.
Trejo, Claude, Irakoze. Working on Shaheen, taken away there by Shaheen. Now back to Claude.
Lansing Common raising the pressure here.
Torres takes it in against Uziak. Torres, his shot is a good field goal, I suppose, Luca, but not
3
for
point,
soccer,
yeah.
and that one is
It'll
well
be 3
out of bounds.
points in the next 3 months on Saturdays, but not today.
I feel terrible for the ball kid who has to run all the way over there near the flagpoles here at Lansing Eastern Stadium and chase that one down.
Could be worse. It could go down the left side where there's a little bit of a drop-off.
As someone who's chased a number of soccer balls down that hill during training, Luca, I can confirm that it's a pretty steep hike.
And well done there from Ty Uziak, getting away from the challenge on the first one and then takes the fall on the second.
Hungerford surveys, looks back to his left toward Kevin Payne. Now he'll throw it in.
Yeah, Hungerford and Zane Arnold switch positions.
Wishmeyer had it. Maybe Wishmeyer had it for a moment there. Now it's chased down by Hungerford again. They try to play it ahead. McManus. Saved there by Ethan Brandt as he kicks it away right away. Hungerford. Now to Wishmeyer. Bumps Tavano away, and Trejo will take it. That ball is out. You and I were both signaling Lansing Common possession there, Luca.
If only they could give us flags, they'd see us from up here.
Munir Shirali is set to check in momentarily.
Having a word with head coach Josh Oakley.
That one's taken there by Irakoze.
Yeah, and I think a big message here from Oaks is going to be that nothing in this game is going to come easy. You know, and just like in the last games, they're going to have to work very, very hard to even get an opportunity on goal, much less a goal.
McManus, Tavano. Thought about giving it back to McManus. Now to Trejo, middle of the pitch. Dribbles it in, finds McManus. McManus will throw it right on Ethan Brandt, who is quickly approaching the club record for saves overall, which is 34. He had 28 entering this evening's match. Uziak works around multiple defenders, taken on there by Torres, still hounded by Uziak. Torres puts his foot in the ground and will stop. As Shirali
Uziak knows he can't be too excited to try to win the ball back because one bad move and he could be out of this game with already a yellow card to his name, 36 minutes in.
David Irakamich also playing with that yellow card. Here's Claude. Trejo. Back to Claude. Kai Francisco will hold him in. Taken on there. Back ahead to Voigt. Voigt loses it. Claude.
Bit of a heavy touch there from Jack Voigt. Couldn't get it under control.
Tavano. Diallo, Irakoze, back to Claude. Now Torres, right in front of head coach Josh Oakley. Thought about a left-footed boot. Will instead advance it. And we'll kick it with the left foot over to Tavano.
And Munir Shirali has lined up at the halfway line, getting ready to check into this game.
He'll be the first of 7 Lansing Common substitutions, and I think they intend to use most of them. Kamara dribbled it in there, taken on by Arnold. Back to Kevin Payne. That actually goes through big KP's feet to Brandt. Boots it down the right side. Voigt tried to box out his man, but it's Trejo. Trejo.
Again, Trejo and Tavano have done a great job
really
of
nice ball there.
Passes.
Jurmanovic saved, diving to his right, Ethan Brandt. Ethan has been active so far in this one, Luca, and has really risen to the challenge except for that first goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Ethan Brandt has been alive so far tonight. I think it's been the midfield tandem of Tavano and Trejo that has disrupted this Lansing Common side. Every time they get the ball, they're pushing it forward. I bet there's going to be a halftime message on how to delay that from those two that have been so active for the Metro Louisville side.
Uziak, nice ball in to Shaheen. Shaheen fights off his man, just continues to fight off his man, can't get a shot away, But that'll be out of bounds. Lansing Common throwing, but wow, what an individual effort there, Luca, by Ramsey Shaheen.
A brilliant in-swinging cross from Ty Uziak into the 6-yard box for Ramsey Shaheen. Shaheen just trying to get it under control. A flick over to defender, try to get a shot on goal. Just wasn't happening. Great defending on him, and now Kai Francisco makes way for Munir Shirali in the 38th minute.
Munir Shirali will be the first substitution for Lansing Common, as we are now officially under the lights at Eastern Stadium. It's thrown right into Shirali, just into the contest.
And he'll go directly to take a corner kick there, the free kick specialist.
Well, if there's anything that Munir Shirali is comfortable with, it is on these free kicks. He'll kick it away, right-footed. Kevin Payne will walk over to his familiar back post. Ramsey Shaheen right in front of Moody. Shirali tees it up, sends it in. Strong kick, header, saved by Moody. My goodness, what a chance.
Great contact from Mark Wishmeyer on the ball from Munir Shirali. Heads it in, but an even better save from Alex Moody to keep it out of his own net.
Alex Moody going to his left, comes up with the game's best save so far and keeps this a 1-0 Metro Louisville lead.
And that is the closest Lansing Common have come to goal in the first 40 minutes of this match.
Ibrahimovic. Now to Claude. Tavano. Trejo back to Claude as they continue to set up. Claude tries to find McManus. That will be off Lansing Common and go for a corner, I believe. As head coach Josh Oakley on the Lansing Common sideline talks about how that ball was really moving out of bounds, which in his opinion indicates that this should not be a corner, and it was just simply kicked out of bounds by Metro Louisville FC. Nevertheless, this will be Tavano, the left-footed player, to take this one. Boots it in. Nice ball. Headed away there. Voigt. Now Uziak. Uziak fights off his defender. That's Irakozy, and there's a whistle.
Yeah, and Uziak's got to be careful there again. The referee giving him a warning this time. Next time he won't be as lenient.
Here's Tavano. He already has one goal, and he loses it.
Metro Louisville players preaching
They
for
wanted another corner there, Luca.
for a corner, but it's a tough call. I don't believe.
This will be instead taken here by Ethan Brandt. 41st minute, still 1-0. Metro Louisville ahead. 9:30 here in Lansing. Nightfall is upon us. Under the lights at Eastern Stadium. Berge.
Still a comfortable
Shaheen.
85 degrees outside.
Still plenty hot. One of the hottest days of the summer so far in mid-Michigan. Irakonovic. Torres. Back to Trejo. There won't be as much substituting for this Metro Louisville side. They only have 3 players on the bench. McManus. McManus drives to the net. Loses it. Kamara's in the area. There's Claude. Ball goes taken on there by Shaheen. Now Claude, but there will be a whistle, and then it'll go back to Lansing Common.
And maybe for the
flurry
best
of
there,
action there.
a big touch from Shaheen into his own box could have gone a little badly there, but he was fouled. Ethan Brandt will step up to take the free kick outside of his own area.
Ethan Brandt already has a number of excellent saves in this contest, but Alex Moody has the save of the contest just a few moments ago, sprawling to his right and stopping a header attempt after just a beautiful corner from Shirali. Urakazi takes that one. Tavano tries to find Kamara. Kamara on the right side. Kamara tries to shake his defender. Kamara drives in, and that'll go out of bounds. Another corner here for Metro Louisville, their fourth corner of the first 45 minutes of play as we sit here in the 43rd minute, still 1-0. They had a nice opportunity the last time they had a corner. Tavano will take it. Claude plays it in dangerously. Taken there by Uziak. He'll boot it out, but there's no one back there for Lansing Common. Torres has it. Torres. Defended there very nicely by
Well done by
Wishmeyer.
Hungerford.
Yeah, excuse me, Hungerford. Tried to play a ball way ahead to Ramsey Shaheen, but it's taken away.
It was the right idea, just the defending from Metro Louisville to cut that off. It was spot on, and now they're on the attack.
Trejo. A lot of grass in front of him. Tried to play it inside to Tavano, but it's batted away.
Clever
Now
flick.
Trejo again.
Clever flick by Trejo to try to put that one inside the box to the running man inside. It was number 10, Brandon McManus.
44th minute. We'll soon know how much stoppage time will be added. There was a hydration break just a moment ago. It looks like 2 minutes of stoppage time will be added. Torres plays it into McManus. Header
At least 2 minutes.
taken there by Ethan Brandt. Hungerford had a shot at it. There'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time, indicated by the fourth official this evening, Brandt. Tavano defending. Plays it to the captain, Julian Burge. Hungerford. Munir Shirali, who was substituted into the game around the 30-minute mark, back to Shirali. Shirali working through multiple defenders, no whistle. And that will be Metro Louisville for a throw-in. Some nice sportsmanship there shown by Shirali and David Yereminovich.
Now we're approaching the 2 minutes of stoppage time. And Luke, what will be some pointers for Lansing Common to get back into this game as they approach the break?
It's going to be interesting to see how they approach this second half of play. Rosendale will certainly eventually get some run in this game because Jack Boyd is playing a little bit banged up, so there's going to be some changes in the lineup. Gotta love the way, though, Luca, that Ethan Brandt and the back line of Lansing Common have played so far, because there's been a number of very quality chances for Metro Louisville. In my opinion, I think that's the top thing to take away from the first 45 minutes of play.
Absolutely. They've been tested, and apart from the one goal they've conceded, they've shown up to that challenge.
Abakadir. De Freitas will play it back to Moody, who plays it aggressively up to Irakazi. Irakazi, full head of steam. McManus. McManus stops, gets the ball back to Irakazi. Tavano, he had the goal. Trejo. Little give and go action to Tavano, but it's broken up there, cleared. Claude will take it. Now Torres, as we're approaching the end of the first half of play. Torres feeds it in. Kamara. Kamara, tough angle. There's a whistle. Brandt stopped it there for a moment, and this will be Lansing Common ball. No, it won't. That is the end of the first 45 minutes of action here at Eastern Stadium. It is still 1-0. Metro Louisville FC ahead of Lansing Common FC. Luca, your overall impressions from the first 45 minutes plus of play here in Lansing?
I think it's been a lethargic first 25 minutes in the game from the Robins, but they kept themselves in it. And on the other side, they've attacked the goal, I believe, twice now, where they've gotten a shot on target, one of them coming from the header of Mark Wishmeyer, the closest chance Lansing Common has had to goal. But again, Metro Louisville seem to be the team that's pulling more strings here. And if Lansing Common can't find much concentration coming out of the break, I think Louisville could get one more in the second half, but that will all depend on the changes and the talks that will happen in the dressing room.
We have reached the first half of play is concluded here, and nightfall is upon us at Eastern Stadium. Once again, from Luke Sloan and Luca Maloney, we will be back in a few moments here, but it is halftime, and once again, it is Metro Louisville FC 1, Lansing Common FC 0. Welcome back, Lansing Common fans. Luke Sloan, Luca Maloney here. Once again, it is 1-0 Metro Louisville FC. We want to thank our partners, Greater Lansing Open Soccer, Ozone's Brewhouse, Strange Matter Coffee, J. Biggs, Moneyball Sportswear, Beyond Horizons Tours and Travel, Metronet, Die Hard Custom, and the Lansing Board of Water and Light. Just about to open the final 45 minutes of play here at Eastern Stadium. Lansing Common down a goal. Beautiful, beautiful night for soccer here in Michigan's capital city. Luca, you and I were walking around saying hi to a few friends, including former goalkeeper Zach Kelly.
Yeah, here in the stands.
Shetty Omar as well.
Yeah, a couple of few former players of Lansing Common in attendance tonight, supporting their friends and former players, teammates. And now the ball gets rolling for the second half. This should be a fun one, Luke.
Absolutely gorgeous sunset behind us to our west over downtown Lansing.
Also, another shout out to Matt Sharto watching from Tampa, Florida.
We appreciate you. Watching from sunny Tampa, Florida, as here's a chance for Voigt. Voigt loses the ball off his right foot. Aggressive touch there, Luca, as Julian Burge, the captain, will substitute off. Mitch Haynes is on for Lansing Common as Moody throws this one in. Irakoze working the right side. Kamara. Tavano.
So this is an interesting move here by Lansing Common. You're bringing in Mitch Haynes for Julian Burge. You're sacrificing height, but at the same time, I think you're gaining speed and you're going to gain a better pressing in the midfield, which might just slow down Fabrizio Tavano.
We have a new goalkeeper as well. Now in the game is Marco Millen replacing Alex Moody. Moody had a fantastic first half.
Now look at Ty Uziak go on the right.
Uziak puts his foot in the ground. Turns it back up, working against Claude. Uziak plays it to the middle. Snared there by Millen for his first save. When Lansing Common played Michigan Jaguars, we saw a similar situation here to Metro Louisville, where there were two goalkeepers played, a first half keeper and a second half keeper. Moody, who was very impressive in the first 45 minutes, is off. Marco Millen is on.
Yeah, hold on here. I got another shout out to Ken Seelman over in Mackinac City, Michigan.
Thank you for listening. Beautiful. We got listeners from up north, and then we got listeners from way down south in beautiful Tampa, Florida, which, you know, you can take your pick, Luca, but both spots sound awfully gorgeous to me. Here's Claude. Trejo. Tavano. Tavano has it. Gave it up to Trejo, but it's booted away there. Voigt chases it down. Uziak sprinting down the pitch. Nice play there by Claude to win that ball back, but it's out of bounds. Lansing Common will have a throw in to Kevin Payne. Payne back to Brandt. Arnold back to Brandt once again. A lot of press being put on here by Kamara as that pass goes ahead to Arnold. Still a steamy 88 degrees. I checked during halftime, Luca. The temperature has not dropped too much here at Lansing Eastern Stadium.
At least we got some wind kicking in. The sun is
absolutely.
finally out. It's finally gone, excuse me. Nighttime.
Hot for the players, hot for the broadcasters. Arnold. Shaheen. That one's defended away. Claude. Now back to Irakoze. Up ahead quickly.
We'd like to give another shout out to Nick Fenton in Portland watching the Lansing Common at Robbins.
Thank you, Nick, for listening.
And Noah Canlis, former Lansing Common FC player, typing in the message board saying he wants a shout out to. Hey, Noah, hope you're having a great time. And thank you for watching.
Thank you to Noah. Thank you to Nick. Thank you to everybody listening from all over the globe. Supporters both stateside and international of Lansing Common. Ibrahimovic gives it up, now gets it back. McManus had it, now to Tavano. Plays it back to Abba Kadir, who will advance the ball. Covered by Jack Voigt. That one's batted ahead, but taken on there by Arnold.
And over here, the right back for Metro Louisville covering Ramsey Shaheen. Diallo Ikaroze has 4 goals in that Premier Arena Soccer League, in which he scored 4 in 4 games, the right back.
Putting up just insane numbers. Arnold will take this throw in for the Robins. Tries to find Voigt. Voigt has some space. Voigt puts the moves on him, tripped up and taken down.
And well done by Voigt with the scissors to get past number 18, Gabriel de Freitas.
Get that cheddar out, Luca.
Yeah, I mean, he's stopping the player going on the one-on-one and got nobody behind him. Hard not to call that a yellow card. And our farthest support, Cameron Tanner, checking in from Portland, Oregon. Thank you for tuning in and watching the Pacific Northwest.
Beautiful Portland, Oregon. He's the Pacific Northwest supporters of Lansing Common. The left-footed Mitch Haynes will take this one. Booted in. Fought on. Headed over the net. Just away from the outstretched arm of Millen.
So close again from Mark Wishmeyer. Back post, heads it in. It just goes over the bar. We're waiting for that loop to come back down. That yellow trajectory, but
that yellow card, Luca, was on Gabriel de Freitas, his first.
Their second, I believe.
Here's another corner kick, the first of the half for either team. Another lefty here for Lansing Common. Boots it in. Kevin Payne first to it. Deflected away, taken down, no whistle.
Off the referee.
There's Irakosi. Check that. Claude working away from Voigt. Now Irakosi. Tavano. Trejo. Back to Tavano. Patient attack here for Metro Louisville FC. Tavano plays a long ball ahead to McManus. McManus fields it there. Tries to fire a shot, blocked away nicely there by Kevin Payne. Will be a throw in here on the far side of the pitch. Quickly thrown in. Ibrahimovic. Back to Tavano. Tavano is a player who has the goal for Metro Louisville FC and has the ball on his feet a lot. Tavano. Trejo. Really working the middle of the pitch. McManus had it. Shaheen. He'll take it for Lansing Common. Shaheen works around his defender on the left side. Irakosi defending him tightly, but it will once again be Lansing Common possession.
Again, Ramsey
Arnold
Shaheen asking for
ahead. Uziak. Ramsey Shaheen. Here's Shaheen on the left side. Turns it upfield. Shoots it in. Misses his pass to Voigt. Taken on by Irakosi.
But again, that's a lot more encouraging from this Robin side, working down the left flank. Ramsey Shaheen. It's a difficult pass into no man's land in that 6-yard area.
Tavano. Claude. Booted away there nicely. Shirali. Shaheen. Working against Irakosi. Shaheen taken there by Irakosi. Uziak also in the area. Just check that Arnold. Shaheen.
Shaheen, clever feet there, taken down.
And there's a whistle on the play. Ramsey Shaheen down on the turf in a little bit of pain. Gets a slap of encouragement from Zane Arnold.
Again, wonderful quick feet from Ramsey Shaheen to get past the man. Clipped. just outside the 18, about 20 yards away.
McManus was the Metro Louisville player that clipped him. The branch supporters group are telling him that he can indeed do that.
Now it's Mitch Haynes to take the free kick.
Haynes, the left-footed player.
This looks like it will be a cross into the 6-yard area. Let's see who he can get.
Haynes boots it in short, deflects off Jereminovich. Quickly ahead. Nice job boxing him out there.
Well done by Lockerbie.
Haynes will have it again. Arnold out of bounds. It'll be possession for Lansing Common. Arnold. All the way back. It's Jack Lockerbie to Payne. Wishmeyer. Back to Jack Lockerbie. Wishmeyer lost it there to Kevin Payne, but there is an injured Metro Louisville player on the field. That would be Fabrizio Tavano, the midfielder. Looks like he is cramping up, which is not a surprise considering how hot it is out here. It's still
asking the medical team to come onto the field to check him out real quick. Fabrizio Tavano.
The fantastic training staff here at Lansing Common. Only the best in the Midwest Premier League. Might be some cramping. Looks like Tavano's going to be okay, but like we said, so important for this Lansing Common team and any of their opposition to really pay attention to the things that happen outside of the game. Hydration, taking care of your body. The last couple weeks have really been hard on really any team that plays in the Midwest. Lansing Common has had 2 matches in the last week that have kicked off in 95-degree conditions, as Tavano will be substituted off. Coming on for...
It's crazy to think about when some of these players were trying out earlier this year, back in March. They were still in gloves and hats. And now here we are. So 95-degree heat.
You look at some early photos from training, Luca, and you see no leaves on the trees. You see head coach Josh Oakley in a beanie and long pants and a winter coat. Crazy how the weather has changed. The goal scorer and the injured Fabrizio Tavano will be substituted off for Cyrus Harmon, number 12, who will take his spot in the midfield. Harmon, one of the younger players on this Metro Louisville team.
Now it looks like Joshua Rosendale is making way to come in.
Jack Voigt will come off here for Lansing Common. A couple of good chances in this one for Voigt, who had the hat trick on Saturday. Was absolutely fantastic in this match. He gets some encouragement from his head coach.
I think it was a very encouraging performance by Jack Voigt.
And then tonight he really just had to battle Luca. Yeah, very banged up.
Yeah, he was making good penetrative runs past the defenders. Had some chances to get a better shot on goal, but nonetheless, he was active.
57th minute, still a 1-goal deficit for the Robins as Josh Rosendale enters.
Yeah, we're getting
Jack
word.
Voigt exits.
We're getting word Avery Dresky, Daniel Silva, and Travis Hammers have made their way to start warming up in this match.
Wholesale substitutions for Lansing Common. Shaheen. Now to Kamara. Kamara will have a chance. Kamara, tough angle shot, just a bit wide. Lansing Common avoids a very good chance there. Wow, what a great opportunity there. Abubakar Kamara just wide on that near post. Once again, we are playing here in the NISA Independent Cup, the Great Lakes region of the NISA Independent Cup. This is a group with
what a
Lansing
great
Common,
touch there from Ty
Uziak. Rosendale snared there by Millen. Once again, the group here in the Great Lakes region includes Lansing Common, the runners-up last year in the Midwest Premier League, to Detroit City, along with Milwaukee Torrent and Metro Louisville FC. The winner of this group, the team with the most points, as that ball is played ahead and defended there. That is offsides. The winner of this group will go on to play the Michigan Stars pro side, Luca, in a potential showdown that Lansing Common hopes that they're playing in.
Hopes. We still have about 30 minutes here to find out the result and a trip to Milwaukee planned on July 15th.
Payne takes it ahead himself. Finds Haynes. Haynes again. Tries to chip it into Rosendale, just a little too far, but Rosie will chase that one down, pushes defender out of bounds. And that will go out of bounds off Rosendale. It'll be Metro Louisville ball. Nice crowd here this evening at Eastern Stadium that has braved the hot and humid conditions. It was 95 degrees when this one got underway, up to 97 in parts of Michigan on this hot and steamy Tuesday in the mitten. Irakosi taken away there. Wishmeyer feeds it ahead. Shaheen. His defender went down there for a moment, but then Irakosi batted that one out of bounds, and Zane Arnold have a throw-in. Arnold. Rosendale. Back to Arnold, but it's booted away there and taken on by McManus. McManus, full head of steam. Ahead, Harmon. Harmon tries to find Kamara. Nice ball from Harmon. Kamara, wow, what a save. Ethan Brandt, that was a beautiful ball there from Cyrus Harmon to Kamara, but it stuffed away his 5th save of the game, Luca.
Like you said, a brilliant ball there, and then the finish, it almost looked, he was chanting the goal as he struck that,
wow.
But Ethan Brandt came up with his big right hand to just put that away. And now it's going to be a corner kick.
Metro Louisville corner taken by David Irakomovich. Right-footed kicker. Brings it in. Kamara to the top. Harmon. Wow, almost a bicycle attempt there.
A little dangerous there, too.
Dangerous play there by Irakosi.
Close to the face
My
of
goodness.
Either Uziak or Arnold on that side.
Dangerous play. Trejo. Once again, we are just on the heels here in the 61st minute of a brilliant save by Ethan Brandt as there's a whistle. Free kick. Metro Louisville feeds it in. Taken on there. Payne. Boxes out his defender. McManus. Another whistle. Probably a makeup right there, Luca, and it'll be Lansing Common ball. Brandt will take this one for the Robins. Still, this crowd, Luca, here at Eastern Stadium is still buzzing about that stop there from Ethan Brandt. Just a beauty. That was his 32nd save in his Lansing Common career. He is closing in quickly on Zach Kelly's record of 34 saves during the 21 season.
Ethan Brandt, like you said, he's just been phenomenal this season for Lansing Common, and he shows
He's
again why he's the #1.
Luca, you could see Ethan Brandt etch his name in club history tonight. Just a couple saves away from that.
2 saves away from equalizing the record.
And 3 away from the all-time leader in Lansing Common history. Irakosi. Harmon, back to Irakosi.
And again, look how quickly Louisville play. 1, 2 touches, and even though they just lost the ball right there, win it back immediately, switch sides. Again,
Claude.
This is drilled football right here.
Trejo finds Harmon. Harmon onsides. Harmon dribbles himself into a corner. Defended there nicely by the Robins.
Again, fantastic ball from Trejo to the right side.
Avery Dresky, Silva, Travis Hammers, all still warming on the sideline for Lansing Common. We'll see another corner here taken by David Irakomovich. He'll boot it with his right foot, number 11, in the far corner. Taken on. Ball is up and headed away there by, I believe. And look at that. Nice ball in. Harmon has a shot, but once again, Ethan Brandt comes up with it.
Whoa. And look right there, just getting a little aggressive there between Kamara.
That's number 19, Haji Abakadir. And multiple players are now converging. Munir Shirali is getting in the mix. Zane Arnold has entered the fray. Ethan Brandt.
It looked like the initial contact was on Ethan Brandt as he was walking the ball out closer to the edge of the 18. Gets a bit of a shove towards the back, and he was not happy about that.
Munir Shirali right now, Luca, is playing the role of peacemaker, wearing the captain's armband with Julian Burge out of the lineup. The entire Lansing Common bench is on their feet, along with head coach Josh Oakley, as this little scrum is cleaned up here by the officials. And Ethan Brandt will take this for Lansing Common after all of that. Still some jawing going back and forth in the middle of the pitch.
So yellow card has been shown to number 19.
That'll be the first yellow card for Haji Abakadir.
Seemed a little uncalled for.
It's 10:13 Eastern time here at Eastern Stadium. Head coach Eric Flores from the Metro Louisville bench is voicing his displeasure, as there will also be a card against Ethan Brandt.
The cheddar has been shown.
The cheddar has been shown a lot tonight, Luca. I mean, I was writing it down initially, but we've had more yellow cards than I have really lost track of. I know at least for Metro Louisville, I think Ibra Kamovic had one. DeFreitas had one. Now Haji Abakadir will have one. That is their third yellow card, Luca.
And now 2 on Lansing Common with Ty Uziak and now Ethan Brandt, the pair of Western Michigan Broncos.
5 yellow cards. The crowd here at Eastern Stadium is expressing their displeasure with the ruling of that yellow card on Ethan Brandt as he dribbles out of his box, and will take this one.
Who knows? This might inspire, give some a little fire back to the Lansing Common team.
Brandt tries to find Uziak. Rosendale. Excuse me, Wishmeyer. Taken on there by Torres. Irakosi lines it up to Freitas. They'll play this one back to Trejo. Trejo turns it up.
Again, it looks like Louisville slowing down here.
67th minute now.
Lansing Common not matching the pressure to go along with it.
Head coach Josh Oakley looks like he is preparing to get those 3 substitutes into the game relatively soon as he ponders what to do. Trejo. Harmon. Back to Trejo, now Harmon.
And we're still only a goal down.
Mark Wishmeyer is knocked down.
No, that's Mitch Haynes. Mitch Haynes has been knocked down.
More pushing and shoving here as this one's getting quite chippy.
I don't understand what's going on here with the Louisville player going down now, asking
cramping
up.
Munir Shirali is having some words with the official on the near side. The officials will have a quick conversation. Shaheen also voicing his displeasure.
Clips
another yellow card. Another yellow card has been ruled. We don't know what player it is on yet, but there is a discussion right now. Player down currently on the turf. Ramsey Shaheen has words for whoever it is down on the turf. We don't know. We don't have a number on that player. Ramsey Shaheen is being calmed down by his teammate, Zane Arnold.
It's number 8, Urban Trejo, who clips Mitch Haynes going down as the ball was coming out of bounds, and then goes immediately down to the ground, cramping up. Ramsey Shaheen just not sure what's going on there between the player and his actions and his teammates.
Both teams are using this as a pseudo hydration break. I think this yellow card is going to be on Cyrus Harmon. We are awaiting the announcement. Cyrus Harmon, who was substituted in about 20 minutes ago, is currently pleading his case with the officials on the near side. So I believe this will be ruled against him. Head coach Eric Flores for Metro Louisville FC is awaiting an explanation. There was a yellow card shown again, Luca.
I just don't. I don't understand what he's pleading here.
Harmon's
just
a long conversation.
It's been 5 minutes now with the center referee talking on the sideline, waiting for play to
start. Jack Lockerbie is ready to kick this one away, Luca.
He still has to get back. I mean, ask for 10 yards, sir.
Trejo looks like he's going to be okay, as that is finally played in by Lockerbie.
Yellow card shown to Metro Louisville, number 8.
It's actually Trejo on the yellow card, the 8th of the match.
It was Trejo with the original foul on Mitch Haynes.
8th of the match, Luca. I think that's a season high here for any match that you and I have done. Probably any match of the season.
The season for sure.
Millen will play it.
You know, and this may just be the theatrics of trying to slow down time as we reach 20 minutes left in this match.
Still 1-0 Metro Louisville FC. Nice tackle there, but there will be a whistle to the displeasure of Eric Flores and the Metro Louisville bench. More time ticks away, 70th minute now. A lot of barking going back and forth on the pitch right now, Luca, as the intensity continues to be ratcheted up.
And Shirali to take it.
Shirali, nice ball. Headed away by Metro Louisville and taken on there by McManus. McManus, Harmon, working against Kevin Payne, shouldering him off nicely, putting his foot in the ground and working back toward the middle of the pitch. Harmon, ahead, McManus, booted away there by Lockerbie. Very nice play. It's still fought for.
Yeah, and McManus, all he needed was a heavy touch there to get past the defender. And
Trejo, blocked away by Kevin Payne, out of bounds. Actually, that last deflected off of, I believe, Kamara, and it'll be a goal kick, Lansing Common. But Luca, a couple premium chances there just now for Metro Louisville FC.
Yeah, all McManus needed was a heavy touch there again to get past the defenders, and he's through on to Ethan Brandt's goal. But let's talk about this here. I mean, now here we are 25 minutes into the second half, and we've seen 2 times that benches have been close to clear, scruffles going on here and there, a little pushing and shoving, a little bit of theatrics from both sides. It's getting towards that time of the day, isn't it?
Luca, do you expect more of these yellow card theatrics to continue the rest of the way? We've already had 8.
Look, it's Lansing is a goal down. There's about 20 minutes left on the clock, given some extra time at the end. All they need is 1 to get back into this.
Luca and I are taking a hydration break of our own here. I suppose this is a good time to check on our game day weather. Still a hot, humid, and steamy night here in mid-Michigan as we stand. It is still 86 degrees, but it feels like 90 degrees with the humidity, Luca.
Okay, we have one more fan, Eric Peters from Kaiserslautern, Germany.
Wow.
Thank you for listening in.
How about that? Thank you, Eric. The international, the German
and one more Leonard Gregory from Sydney, Australia.
How about this? We have people listening in from Tampa, Florida, the northern reaches of Michigan, Australia, Germany, Oregon.
Thank you for all of those listening.
This club has international fame, Luca. Hopefully for hopeful Lansing Common supporters at home and abroad, the Robins can find a way to get the equalizer. Still 1-0 Metro Louisville FC, 73rd minute. There will be a considerable amount of stoppage time added when the time comes after the hydration break, along with a couple of yellow card scrums and various other extracurricular activities that have really bogged down the pace and really hurt this Robins team. And Luca, I guess that brings me to my next point. The pace of the game right now and kind of the lull that Metro Louisville has been able to cast upon the pitch just now really doesn't favor this Robins side.
You know, and I think we're seeing a big tactical change here from Josh Oakley and Lansing Common. As you can see, Mark Wishmeyer coming out a little left, so in the attack it's almost a 4-2-4 with Ramsey Shaheen and Rosendale as the strikers. Uziak out right and Zane Arnold pushing up left on that left flank.
Uziak had that one for a moment, but Trejo took it away. Now here is Irakazi, finds Harmon on the right side. Harmon goes around Arnold. Harmon lines it up, shoots it over to nobody, taken on there by Hungerford. He'll take it himself, working against Irakamovich. Fends him off. Back to the middle of the pitch. Arnold. Arnold tried to feed it ahead to Shaheen, but it's blocked away and taken by Irakazi. Irakazi up ahead, on sides. Kamara. Kamara fights off multiple defenders, and it's deflected away. Nice play there. Kamara doesn't get to it in time, and it's played out by Lansing Common.
That's a big ball from Munir Shirali to Shaheen.
Shaheen booted out of bounds, and it's going to hit the flag. Stay in bounds. Shaheen collects it. Ramsey Shaheen.
That's allowed. It hits off the flag.
The flag is down. Shirali, nice ball in. Nice positioning there by Metro Louisville.
Lansing Common
Uziak will chase it down.
Not giving up.
Look at the relentless nature of this team. Block. That'll be Rosendale. Tries to chase it down. Uziak over there. This team, the forwards of this team applying some pressure right now. The flag has now been placed back up in that corner by one of the ball kids. Irakazi feeds it ahead. McManus on sides. McManus stared away by Ethan Brandt, and McManus shoves him to the ground. More words between Ethan Brandt and McManus. There is a whistle, and this should be another yellow card, the first on McManus if it is, but that was Lucas, some heavy contact, or they're now talking to Ethan Brandt.
Again, Ethan Brandt's got to be careful with the retaliation here.
Chad Cunningham might want to get warm.
He has a yellow card on his name right now, and
they're going to give him a warning.
Last thing Ethan Brandt wants to do is get himself ejected out of this game.
In his defense, that contact there from McManus was heavy and unnecessary.
It was uncalled for.
Haynes.
But he's got to keep a cool head for him not to hurt his teammates in the final 15 minutes of this game.
76th minute, and the tensions continue to grow here between these two clubs at Eastern Stadium. Payne. All the way back to Ethan Brandt. Arnold, surrounded quickly. Shirali, back to Arnold, almost gives it away. Long ball ahead. Rosendale, onsides. Rosendale has a chance, turns it up, shoots wide of the net. Can't put it in. Oh my goodness, Luca, that was the best opportunity there from Rosie for the Robins tonight. What a round of applause he's going to get here.
Joshua Rosendale about a centimeter wide off the top post.
Wow, Luca.
And that is the closest Lansing Common have gotten in the second half. And my word, you could just hear the ball
Rosie almost had that one
off that far right post. It just lightly bounced.
A lot of pressure being applied now, Luca, by the Robins. Everyone is up, but Rosendale nearly netted the equalizer. Irakazi. Harmon. Full head of steam. Arnold chases him down. Harmon. Kamara. Irakanovich. Long ball in. Just ahead of Irakazi, and that one will be kept in. McManus booted away there. Nicely by Mitch Haynes. And Lansing Common will take over once again. Luca, much like that save about 10 minutes ago from Ethan Brandt that kept us from being a 2-0 Metro Louisville lead, all of a sudden, this crowd once again is buzzing because Joshua Rosendale almost netted the equalizer at the 76th minute. That would have been a big one.
Wow, and what a shot that would have been. Right foot, rifled.
It was bending it
to the top right corner.
Luca, it was bending toward the goal, but not enough. Not enough. Game of inches.
You
Game
could
of
hear
inches.
it. You could hear it from here in the press box how it just lightly brushed off the post.
And these
My
Lansing
word.
Common players wanted that one badly.
They're getting closer and closer, but
Kamara in the box shoots just wide. Luca, it appears that Metro Louisville really has kind of gone away initially from their plan of really kind of taking some time out of this game and taking the air out of this stadium. They've had quite a few chances in recent moments as the pace once again picks up. Lockerbie, Payne. Shirali. Hungerford had it, gives it up. Shirali. Nice ball in. Arnold. Some wide open grass in front of him. Shaheen called for it for a moment. Haynes. All the way across the pitch. Lansing Common pressing forward. Uziak. Whistle.
there we go. It's hands on the back of Uziak.
And that's a
To
call
prevent
right
him from-
there that Ty has probably been waiting for since about the 20th minute, in my opinion, Luca. 80th minute now here at
Yeah,
Eastern Stadium.
No, as tired legs and tired minds playing into effect here. And we have one more player down on the pitch. This is going to allot for I would estimate a hefty amount of stoppage time.
I don't think it's going to be 8 minutes like against Michigan Jags, which just seemed pretty egregious in my opinion, but we're probably looking at a good 4 to 5 minutes
Look,
here.
if you told me 8 minutes would happen now, I would believe you.
Oh, not
against
in that
the
match.
Jaguars,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you said, it did seem a little egregious to add that much time to a game in which not much happened off the pitch.
Shirali will have
No, I still don't
this
think the
opportunity.
player's 10 yards away from the ball, but we'll let that slide.
I agree, Luca. Shirali, ball in. Header by Arnold is just a little bit wide, and that one will be snagged by Millen, who quickly charges ahead. Wants to push the pace, not really sure why. Still looking for a player.
What?
Out of
He's
his box.
outside of his box. He's
Out of
outside of
his
his box,
box.
and that's going to be an indirect kick for Lansing
How
Common.
about that, Luca? He was a
close.
good step and a half out of his box. How about that?
Good step and a half. He was spotting from space.
Ramsey Shaheen has the ball in his hands right now. Like he's going to take this.
And I believe here it has to be indirect, Luke, unless the rules have changed or the NISA has different rules applied.
We're, like you said, that
Keeper
we're playing.
commits an infraction like that. And again, here we go again with the pushing and shoving and the
That's
arguing.
Harmon in there for Metro Louisville. Luca, you bring up a good point, though, that with NISA, there are a different set of rules and regulations that we are abiding by today.
So we're about to find out what exactly this free kick entails, because originally goalkeeping infraction like that should result in an indirect free kick.
I'll say this, Luca. He was out of the box by a good step and a half. I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know. He's
I don't know
there.
what
He
he was
picks
doing.
the ball up, takes a lap around the box, it almost seems like, and finds himself in the semicircle.
Looks like Munir Shirali is standing over the ball at the moment.
And this could be the chance for Lansing Common to put this game level.
Shirali will take this. Some miscommunication on the field. Shirali lines it up. Shirali booted down. Taken there. Shot in again. Booted down again. That was Mark Wishmeyer with another hard shot, but both times it hit that brick wall of Metro Louisville players in front of the net. No dice for Lansing Common, 82nd minute. Luca, a couple premium chances there, but both times the ball ended up in that wall of players in front of the net.
First with the free kick of Mitch Haynes, straight into the wall of white, and now another one in a golden area for Lansing Common. Again, strikes the wall.
Abakadir back to Gabriel de Freitas. '83rd minute and counting. More pressure being put on by Ty Uziak as Shirali takes over. Payne has it. And it's booted ahead quickly. Ramsey Shaheen will chase this one down on sides. Can't come to it. Taken there. Nearly out of bounds, but Irakazi stayed in, they say. Abakadir has it. Trejo Now, Claude De Freitas. Trejo. Luca, you can understand why they'd be very content here to take a patient approach in advancing the ball.
Yeah, keeping
Trejo.
possession, and if they can find an avenue forward to make it 2-0, I think they'll do it. But
Silva.
Lansing Common not making it easy.
Looks like Avery Dresky is about to check in here for the Robins.
So
Avery Dresky and Travis Hammers will both check in, as it's taken there by Shaheen.
Travis Hammers, who
Wishmeyer.
played for Lansing Common last season, appeared in a number of matches.
Hammers, number 24. Dresky, number 16. Both set to check in. The second and third substitutions for Lansing Common.
Hammers played for the club team over at Michigan State.
Nice ball in. Wishmeyer ahead. Rosendale. Rosendale can't put it down. Uziak. Uziak works around a defender, falls to the ground.
That's
Whistle.
a free kick right there.
That'll be a free kick. Travis Hammers set to check in alongside Avery Dresky. Luca, I mean,
and again,
more pushing and shoving, extracurriculars, 85th minute.
Again, like you said, the
All these players
extracurriculars of talking.
But
my
Luca, they're
goodness.
8 yellow cards handed out so far. Every player on both sides seemingly needs to be careful here because everyone's got a card at this point.
No, and here we go digesting with the referee for another 5 minutes, and I don't understand, but let's hope play resumes here so Lansing Common can get a free kick just outside the 18, closer to the corner flag.
Shirali will once again take this, but not before Hammers checks in. Dresky will check in as well. Shaheen will check out for Lansing Common. Alongside Mark Wishmeyer.
Yeah, so you're bringing in one player with a lot of experience in this team already, and Avery Dresky, a younger player in the squad.
Shaheen having some words with that fourth official, Luca. Shirali. Ball in. Chased down there.
That was a much better.
Out of bounds. Arnold.
Subbed in for Lansing
Arnold,
Common,
long
number 16,
throw in. Headed on there. Payne.
and number
Uziak. Oh my goodness! Ty Uziak nearly did what Metro Louisville tried on the other end, but he missed it just wide to the near post. Luca, another great chance just about 10 minutes after that shot from Rosendale that curled just wide. That was another premium opportunity there for the Robins.
Like you said, Ty Uziak goes up with his right foot and then comes back down.
Cramping now.
Yeah, he's cramping
Ty.
down that left leg.
Good time to pick up your point about, you were going to make a point about Avery Dresky along with Travis Hammers.
Yeah. Travis Hammers, of course, he's going to slide into the midfield, both of them. Avery Dresky alongside him. And, yeah, Avery Dresky, we've seen him in a couple matches already playing in the latter half of the games. But, again, he's got energy. He's got a great stature on the ball. Every time he gets the ball, he seems real confident. And for a guy as young as he is, he's got a bright future ahead.
Avery Dresky is one of the many young players on this Lansing Common team, as both sides will use this as an opportunity for another hydration break. Head coach Josh Oakley will have a chance here to settle down his players. Here's Ty Uziak is limping back toward that Lansing Common side, cramping.
Ty Uziak getting a round of applause as he makes his way over to the bench.
He wants a quick drink of water. The fourth official is not happy that he's taking up more time, but I mean, at this point, Luca, as it stands, 88th minute, we are in line to have quite a bit of stoppage time, perhaps just as much as that Jags match.
Well, at least this time
this time
it'd be justified.
Absolutely. Last time it was not justified, not even close, in my
Like you
opinion.
said, egregious.
88th minute and counting as Uziak is stretched out, hydrated, and ready to assume his position on the wing. Millen will take it.
And please follow us for post-game coverage of tonight's game. We'll have interviews with select players and coaches posted on YouTube in the later hours of the day, this time the night. But we'll be happy to bring you all post-game content.
Late night here at Lansing Eastern Stadium, Luca. But like you said, we'll have plenty of content, especially ahead of the next match, Saturday against Grand Haven Admirals on the road.
Not a bad place to play on the road, huh?
Oh, beautiful.
On the shoreline of the west side of Michigan. Beautiful place.
Harmon on sides. Harmon in all alone. Harmon crosses it. Kamara batted away by Kevin Payne. Great play defensively, and he clears it back down the field. Outstanding work by Kevin Payne.
And that's well done by Kevin Payne. And Kevin Payne just raising his hands in frustration, asking where his teammates are on the other side of the field, pressuring as time runs down.
89th minute, about to be 90th minute of play. 5 minutes of stoppage time will be added. So not as much as we may have thought. Harmon.
But 5 minutes, still plenty of time for Lansing.
Works around Arnold, crosses it in the middle, too far over the head of Kamara. Trejo chases it down.
It was a great idea to loft it over to the back post, just slightly overhit.
Uziak. Lansing Common needs to get something going in the right direction, and who's better to do that than Uziak? Uziak streaking down the middle of the pitch, getting past another defender. He's got Rosendale. Uziak tries to get past Irakazi, but can't. Harmon. Nice play there defensively by Arnold. Harmon still works Arnold. On that left side, shoved out of bounds, whistle. Zano had a yellow card last time out.
Yeah, and Josh Oakley having a word with the sideline referee on the far side.
Quick drink of water there for Ty Uziak once again as he continues to cramp and time continues to tick. Don't want to take, obviously, Trejo will approach the ball and take all the time he needs here. Trejo lining it up, taking it with his left foot. Irakazi plays it all the way back to Freitas. Lansing Common will need to start pressing. That's Uziak over there. Middle of the pitch, Rosendale.
And Mitch Haynes now the pressing forward, trying to pressure any mistakes coming in from Louisville.
Dresky working against Irakatovich. He goes around him. Dresky cuts the angle off. Trejo back to Irakazi. Walled off. Trejo advances it. Trejo wanted a whistle, but he loses it to Shirali. Shirali's got it in his feet. Cuts back.
Shirali
finds Dresky. The ever steady Shirali made that play right there, and this will be a possession for Lansing Common. Arnold.
Here we approach the 2nd minute of added time.
Here comes a long ball. Looking for Uziak, who switched sides. Shirali will chase this one down. Mitch Haynes still in the middle of the pitch. Arnold. Irakazi.
Forcing it all the way back.
Millen plays it to midfield.
It's a well-done touch by Travis Hammers.
Hammers, nice play. Dresky tried to feed it in, but there's a whistle.
Oh.
That'll go against the Robins.
There's a player down on the other side. Metro Louisville here just needs some medical attention.
2 minutes, 45 seconds have ticked away so far of stoppage time. Ramsey Shaheen is not happy with the official here on the near sideline as time continues to tick away. Lansing Common fans very frustrated here in the stands. Now 3 minutes and counting of stoppage time has eclipsed, and that player appears to be Brandon McManus. We'll have another substitution here for Metro Louisville. About to enter the game for Metro Louisville will be number 4, Alexander Pacheco. The defender will take over, as McManus will take his sweet time exiting the pitch.
Why not make it longer, huh?
3:36 and counting.
Do we really need we'll have about a couple of extra minutes added onto the already 5 that was listed just to take a man half a meter out of the pitch.
Almost 4 minutes into stoppage time. Trejo crosses it. Jurikovic plays it in the middle. Trejo. Irakazi on the wing.
And if there's a player who's been outstanding for Metro Louisville, it's been Irakazi.
Absolutely. Not a goal today, but he's been fantastic. Once again, that goal was scored by Fabrizio Tavano.
He's been active, but what a good player to cause Lansing Common some trouble.
18th minute when Tavano had that goal. Ball in, trying to find Kamara. Instead finds Payne. Dresky in the area. Snared there by Jurimonovic. He'll play it back as stoppage time continues to tick away. No quality chances yet in stoppage time for Lansing Common. There was a great opportunity by Rosendale earlier, a great somersault opportunity by Uziak just a moment ago, and here come the Robins. Player falls down on the near side, hoping for a whistle. More frustration. Rosendale fell down. The final whistle has blown.
That's it. That's a red card right there. The first red card we've seen.
How about this interaction?
And now he's going up again. Look at that.
He
having a word with both referees.
Trejo backed down the official, Luca.
He's been tossed out of the match.
He might as well head that way instead of back toward his bench. Head toward the visiting locker roroom. Trejo along with Kamara.
And again, what's going on here?
Along with Ibrahimovic, Josh Oakley, Ramsey Shaheen, Cunningham all want words. They want to know what's going on.
And like I said, the theatrics of this match in the last 15 minutes has been absurd.
A lot of frustration being shown in this Lansing Common bench.
Lansing Common players trying to restart play, figuring out what's happening.
Here comes head coach Eric Flores is going to figure out what's going on. A player is now down due to cramping. The goaltender Millen is now in the fray. A lot of chirping going on. Eric Flores is...
Whoever had over 3.5 players down in this match, congratulations to you.
Zane Arnold had a quick word with the head coach, Eric Flores, as he looks for an explanation from the official on the far side. Trejo, Luca, hasn't left the pitch. He's still out there. Trejo is still out there somewhere. We're now over 6 minutes of stoppage time and counting. Trejo is out there.
If only Cam McLaren were here to digest this one.
Oh my gosh. Cam McLaren would have a field day with whatever's going on right now. Head coach Josh Oakley is
sweating half a bucket right now.
Josh Oakley is very frustrated on his bench. Eric Flores, the head coach for Metro Louisville,
I just don't understand why we need all three referees in the middle here conducting the train.
Ramsey Shaheen has been very vocal on his bench. This has been a very frustrating 90-plus minutes for Lansing Common. Players are separated right now at the moment on the far side of the pitch.
This congregation that's happening.
There was still a red card, like you mentioned, on Trejo, but
still hasn't left
Luca,
the pitch.
he is still out there.
He's still very much talking to the center referee.
Trejo is actually the one cramping, Luca, if we take a look here at our monitor. Trejo is having a quick word with his head coach, Eric Flores. I think that Flores...
My question is, what are the 3 in green doing?
Luca, Flores probably went out there to get his player off the pitch, because at this point, he's going to head toward his bench.
But can he head out the pitch on the other way instead of making the...
Hey, the visiting locker room is actually a closer walk than his own bench, so I don't know why Trejo is going to take his sweet time having some words here with a couple Robins.
He's taking the scenic route back to Louisville.
He's chirping with pretty much the entire Lansing Common side as he probably tries to induce another yellow card out of one of them as he continues to have words for Zane Arnold, Uziak, multiple Robins, but nevertheless, Shirali will take this kick as Trejo... A lot of words being exchanged on the pitch right now, Luke. A lot of barking.
Here we go, Zane Arnold.
Trejo has finally exited the pitch. Zane Arnold had some words for him, but...
And here we go again.
Dean.
Our on-field operation manager, Dean Jong, controlling the Louisville player.
Dean Jong.
Showing him out.
Dean
as well
Jong.
as Joshua Pugh.
Thank you to Josh Pugh for escorting him, one of the members of the board. Munir Shirali will take this free kick. Shirali, ball in, booted down by Payne. Comes back to Lockerbie. Ball in. All of a sudden, there's a chance that's just wide for Jack Lockerbie. Oh, my goodness. A premium opportunity there. And this will go out of bounds and be another goal kick by Millen. Josh Oakley
is shouting plenty of time.
And they do have plenty.
I'm not sure
we're
how much
at 9
time we
minutes
have.
and counting here of stoppage time, as we have trouble down here at the Lansing Common bench between Ramsey Shaheen and Trejo, as Josh Pugh and Dean Jong are still trying to escort him off the field.
I still don't understand why he couldn't be escorted on the other side and make his exit closer to the away locker room.
I can't blame Ramsey at all in that situation, because I'm sure that Trejo was chirping at him plenty. Trejo's still directing words at the bench.
He's barking back at the...
Arnold will take it for Lansing Common. Shirali plays it to himself and booted back toward Ethan Brandt. 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes of stoppage time have now been added.
A lot of unhappy faces on the Lansing Common side.
Really, Luca, it's anybody's guess how much stoppage time there is left, as this ball will be taken by Haynes. Eric Flores contends that
it went off the shoulder of a Lansing Common player.
Here's Arnold.
He's lining up for the long throw.
Arnold, long throw in, looking for Dresky, batted away. Taken there by Hungerford. Hungerford back to Lockerbie. And the final whistle will finally sound, but we're probably far from over. I don't think that you want to stop watching until both of these teams exit the pitch. There's a nice handshake there between head coach Josh Oakley and head coach David Flores of Metro Louisville, but players on both sides are still milling around on the pitch, and there's a smattering of boos and very sad faces by the Lansing Common faithful as they exit the stadium, because a lot of people, Luca, including myself, are very confused with the final 15 minutes of play.
I just don't know how to describe what just happened in the last half hour, which seemed like an eternity.
It appears that tensions have finally cooled on the pitch. Both of the clubs are now exchanging handshakes, and it appears there's still some barking going on between that would be Abdukar Kamara and the officials on the far side of the field, as Mark Wishmeyer will thank the officials for their work tonight. But Luca, after all of that, it's full time, and Metro Louisville FC has defeated Lansing Common by a final score of 1-0, and there's a lot to unpack here.
A lot to unpack. We have a goal in the 18th minute that came in for Metro Louisville, and since then it was just a steady ride of possession back and forth between both teams attacking. Lansing Common, although they did have their chances, didn't make the best of it tonight. The shooting boots, the scoring boots, more than that, were not on. And I believe that they will take this with momentum going into Saturday's away game against Grand Haven Admirals, a very good side as well, newly introduced to the Midwest Premier League. But there were encouraging moments for Lansing Common in this game that they should be taking forward, and there were also moments in this game in which they should leave it here.
This was a roller coaster of a match. It appeared to be very ordinary after the first half of play. Lansing Common FC trailed 1-0 after that first half of play, but the second half of play quickly turned chippy, as Lansing Common will thank their very sad and discouraged supporters that leave the stadium. But it was a pretty normal game, Luca, that turned pretty crazy there quickly. Next time out for Lansing Common will be against Grand Haven Admirals in Grand Haven this Sunday, June 25th. And the next time the Robins will take the pitch here at home at Lansing Eastern Stadium will be against Tulip City United in their final game, the Grand River Open Cup. Any final thoughts for you, Luca, as to what Lansing Common can take into their game this weekend? Once again, the Midwest Premier League, where they have a 3-game winning streak against Grand Haven.
Again, there were good points with Mark Wishmeyer, I think, had the most complete game for Lansing Common here tonight. And Mitch Haynes, who came in for him earlier on, I believe did a great job of pressing the forwards and pressing the midfield of Metro Louisville to give them more to worry about. And I think that's what we witnessed in the end, was two worried teams trying to scramble for a result.
A lot of people to thank. A lot of great efforts went into today's broadcast, including by our producer and engineer, Scott Oberlander, president of Lansing Common FC, Eric Walcott, game day ambassador, Steve Beckman, press box manager, Grace Burke, and everybody here at the hardest working club in the Midwest, Lansing Common. We thank you for tuning in on this hot, humid, and steamy Tuesday evening here at Eastern Stadium. But once again, the final score, Metro Louisville FC 1, Lansing Common FC 0. The Robins will be back at it this Saturday against Grand Haven on the road. But once again, from Luke Sloan, Luca Maloney, Scott Oberlander, this has been a presentation of Lansing Common FC.